How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video, and today I'm out and about. I'm oot and a boot, and I want to talk to you about CVN, which is my playing card and magic brand, which has recently had a sort of revamp, a relaunch. We are entering a brand new era of CVN, and it's something that I'm really excited about. Today I want to share with you a couple of the creations. I mean, we have so much in the work right now, so many decks of cards and magic for the EDC junkies just like me, and I cannot wait to share those projects as and when they are complete. But today I want to talk about an EDC mentalist tool that can help you read minds on the go, and it is super small and compact. It can be taken anywhere. It's really powerful and it's always in my pocket, so let's get it out and show you how it works. Wow, this is such an inspiring place, such a special place to talk about the revamp of CVN. And before we dive into exactly what I'm going to teach you in this video, there's a couple of very exciting launches that are either coming soon or already launched. The first of those is the return of Mandala. This is my EDC Acorn tool. With just one thumb, you are able to twist the dial and calculate where to cut a stacked deck for a perfect any card, any number. It was my most popular product and it is still proving to be very popular. Those are flying off the shelves, so the link is obviously in the description to that. And also the CVN Bank playing cards are returning. I'll show you those, I've actually got them with me. This is a deck that I've been carrying with me everywhere, and at the moment it's just in a plastic box. It didn't have a box on its original launch, but on its relaunch it is going to have a box, and it's going to have a box that is just so perfect for the theme, but I'll reveal that when those cards arrive. But yeah, the CVN Bank playing cards, perfect for card to wallet, but also perfect for cardistry or magic, or just to look cool as playing cards should. So yeah, CVN Bank cards are coming very soon. As soon as I get the cards, they'll be on sale. Next thing out of the bag is the Dark Dystopian deck. This is a deck that is not going to sell out anytime soon, so there's no rush to pick them up, but if you are interested, these are still on sale and still an everyday carry. As you can tell, my deck is completely beat up and used, but that is what cards are for. So yeah, Dark Dystopian still on sale. Finally then, and the topic of this video, is the Peak Sheets. This is an EDC for mentalists and magicians. It can be used to read minds on the go. Doesn't have to just be used for playing cards, it can be used for things written down on pieces of paper. So many impromptu uses, and I'm going to show you the Peak Sheets and tell you how to use them. There's some really great techniques, and you don't even necessarily need the Peak Sheets, which is not very good business for me to say that, but you don't necessarily need the Peak Sheets. You can use other things to accomplish the same effect, and this is what it looks like. When you buy a pack of Peak Sheets, this is what you get. You actually get 4 of these sheets, 4 of this size, and they look a little bit weird. They've got this sort of blue protective film, so I'll take that off. Once that's done, what you end up with is a perfect mirror. This is a portable, flat pack, thin, sturdy mirror that can be applied to so many surfaces: phone cases, wallets, AirPods, playing cards, playing card boxes, or even your hand, and that is what I'm going to talk about today. Now obviously these sheets are too big, so I do recommend cutting them to size, and for this you just need a little square about this big. So this is the size, and this is something known as a shiner. Now a shiner is a devastating technique in card magic. It's actually something that I've spoken about in the past, but never this specific use of a shiner. I've never actually discussed this technique, even though it's the technique that now I use the most. Peak Sheets come with an adhesive back that's super easy to take off. You just take off that white stuff, and then it sticks to anything, and it can be stuck and restuck multiple times before you have to swap them. And today we're going to stick it just there. With this in position, I can act very natural. I can move my hands, I can move about, and it doesn't really look like anything is wrong, even though these 2 fingers are technically stuck together. The better you get at this, the smaller it can be. So if to begin with you think that 2 finger width is too small, then you can try 3, but the better you get, hopefully eventually you can end up with just 1 finger. Now, how is this useful? Deck of cards is shuffled. The great thing is you can shuffle with the shiner already in place. You don't need to load it in and out during performance. You can just have this on and use it when necessary. So, deck is shuffled just like so, and we have a card selected, and as soon as they touch it, you're going to up jog it just like so that it protrudes from the spread. And it's as I'm grabbing the card just like this that I get my peek, and I know that it's the King of Diamonds. These cards aren't marked, you don't need any marked cards whatsoever. I know what the card is simply because of this. I'll zoom in and I'll show you exactly what this looks like from my point of view. Card is selected, let's say they go for this one, I up jog it, and I use the shiner. Now it's going to be difficult because my eyes aren't exactly where the camera lens is, so I'll try my best to sort of reposition for your eyes. As I come across, I peek the card. You can see very clearly in that reflection, and then I continue to grab the card and pull it out of the spread. So I'll show you that again. Any card is selected, you up jog it just like so, and it's in this action of grabbing the card right here near the pip that I get my peek. It's the 4 of spades, I hand the card away. At this point, you can ditch the peeking device. You don't need it now. As soon as it's been used, it can be got rid of. So in your pocket, you can just unstick it and put it away. But like I say, there are a ton of uses for this. You can stick this anywhere. You can stick it to the inside of the flap of a card box, so as you're putting the cards away, you can glimpse the bottom card. You can even put it on every card if you wish, so as you're spreading through, you can peek by looking at the reflection. That is a use. It does make the deck thicker, but if you're just using the deck for that trick, then that doesn't particularly matter. You can place it into the palm of your hand so that when you're holding a deck in Mechanic's grip, you can look into your palm and know what the bottom card is. It acts like a periscope. And the reason I'm just reeling these ideas off and not teaching them in depth is because I actually encourage you to go out there and sort of play around with this, experiment, and see what you come up with. There might be uses that you think of that I've not thought of yet, and that is the brilliance of this. A shiner is a technique that I've spoken about a lot in the past. I actually used to use a miniature glass mirror, a genuine mirror or shard of mirror, like a makeup mirror. You can sort of break away the plastic and have that in Gambler's Cop. That is what I used to use instead of this, but obviously using glass poses its own difficulties, so I've moved away from that method and more towards this one, which in itself is much more versatile, and I've actually used it for illusions in the past. It's really great in that respect. Again, the uses are endless. But the reason I mentioned at the start that you don't actually need the peek sheets themselves is because you don't. That's true. You can use a small glass mirror or anything that is reflective in this way. You don't necessarily need the exact product that I'm talking about. I don't want this to turn into a sales pitch like, oh, you must have this in order to perform the trick, because that's just not true, and I don't want to lie to you. You can use so many other alternatives. Anyway, enough rambling, that is it from me. This has been a bit of a different one, but I want to do this more often, take my camera out, go exploring, and talk about magic in these beautiful, inspiring places. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this one, hit the thumbs up button down below. It really does help me out. And if you're new, consider subscribing, join the channel. We are nearly at 20,000. That is mind-blowing to me, honestly. I can't really believe that. So yeah, thanks again for watching, and I will see you very, very soon. Take care.